welcome to the Apocalypse Gym podcast. I'm Justin Klein, and this podcast is designed to bring you people who have fought back at life and are better people because of it. It could be mental, could be physical, could be spiritual battles, but they suffer through them. They have a story, and they want to share that story so that everyone out there, you, the listener, the survivors, can hopefully listen and learn and apply what they have gained through their experience to your life and hopefully make you a better person on the backside. Now, this podcast is brought to you by Drink Armor. Let me move my coffee cup here. Right? They make a bunch of cool weightlifting items that you can get. And if you check out their website, check out our link and use our code down in the show notes below. We get a little bit of that profit, which will go directly to benefiting the podcast and helping us spread the message of all of our survivors out there, and hopefully can make everyone a little bit better. So let's get to the show and our next guest. All right, everybody. Technology has not been our friend this morning. I got Instagram Live over here going. That's working. My other YouTube Live, that's another thing. We'll get that figured out in the future, but this episode will be up on YouTube. We are recording, so it will go up. First of all, if you're tuning in, whether it's live or it's later on, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. This podcast is spread obviously through you subscribing to whatever channel it is, whether it be YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So please click that subscribe button, click download. And the more you guys do that, the more the podcast gets out there to the world. And then obviously share it with the friends you think that need some good words to maybe get them through their day. Great thing is today we got an extra hour of sleep. So I hope everybody enjoyed that extra hour. I know for me, it didn't matter. I woke up at the exact same time I wake up every day. So me and my dog, we got up, we went and walked and did our thing. So it didn't really matter. But I hope some of you guys got some extra sleep to sleep in and, hopefully start this week off great. All right. So I wanted to talk about today for a few minutes, the relentless pursuit of our best self. If you've listened to the podcast over the last couple of weeks, our first guest, Brian, an injury prevented him, kind of sidetracking for a second, but it was his relentless pursuit of, continuing to achieve fitness that he kept going. Then we talked to Matt Thomas. Sorry, Matt. And, his kind of story is like, he's always on that pursuit, but then he falls off, but he gets right back on the horse, right? If that guy, that's the dude who falls off the bike and gets right back on every time. He's awesome. It's his relentless pursuit of his best self. And then last week we talked to Jennifer Willems. She's the same way. It doesn't matter what kind of comes her way. She's just on it. She gets back at it, and she's just making the best of herself, whether it be at work, with her family, with her kid, or through Chunk Company. If you haven't got on Facebook or hit her up on Facebook for some stuff from Chunk Company, you're failing, because the stuff is awesome. So the relentless pursuit of your best self. But there's a second part to that I also want to hit on at the end of the show, is the relentless pursuit of the people in our circle, right, that we know need, a little extra poking. we know they need a little help. They may be just kind of not looking to get some of it, but the more we poke, maybe we'll get through eventually, and we'll kind of hit on that later on. So obviously it's beginning of November, and we just had Halloween, and I was thinking, everybody's wearing costumes. Everybody's pretending to be something that they're not. Like I would dressed up as Rambo, right? I had my little Vietnam, shirt on and my jeans and everything. My daughter dressed up as a Tooth Fairy. She's obviously not a Tooth Fairy, right? But I think part of our message and our pursuit of being the best version of ourselves is to not pretend who we are not, right? Don't pretend to be somebody you're not. And it's okay, right? Because when we pretend to be someone else, or we pretend that, maybe we do things that we really don't do, we lose a little bit of credibility. And, the message we're trying to convey may not, kind of hit with the impact it really wants to be. And it's okay that we're not perfect. I'm going to tell you right now, and I've said this before, I don't wake up every morning like, oh yeah, gonna go crush the gym, or oh yeah, I really love to go to work. That doesn't happen. I would say probably more often than not, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, why? Why is my alarm going off at 4:15 in the morning? I'm going to sleep in. But then I get up and I go do my morning routine anyway, because it's discipline that gets us through, right? I got notes up. I'm trying to read them, so if I look kind of weird, my notes are underneath the camera. As I'm staring at you, so I'm staring at you. I'm staring at my notes. But it's the relentless pursuit of the things that we want that get us up every morning and that get us out and do things. And I will tell you, like, my daughter, why, I don't know, but she has become obsessed with the game of Uno, even though she doesn't play it right, and I think she cheats most of the time. We play it every night, and she wants to play it all the time. And I'm not always, I'm going to sneeze, her ridiculous, stupid show that I'm watching that, is not benefiting my life, and petting my dog. But my daughter wants to play Uno, and she will not leave you alone until you play a game of Uno. It's her relentless pursuit of the things that she wants, that she'll finally achieve her goal. And she will bother you forever. She'll be like, hey, let's play a game of Uno. You're like, no, not right now. 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, she's like, it's been 5 minutes. Or maybe even shorter. Like, she just doesn't quit, right? She just doesn't give up on the things that she wants. It's her relentless pursuit of the things she wants. Now, granted, she wants a game of Uno right now, but I hope that transitions later on into her life, that she will continuously and always pursue the things she wants and not give up. It's the same thing for my dog. If any of you know my dog Havoc, he is on social media as well. You can follow him on Instagram at Havoc the Alligator, or you can see him on my Facebook all the time. Anyway, he loves to play ball. I think it's the only thing that he knows in this world that he needs to do is play with his ball. And if he wants to play ball, he's going to let you know it. He's going to have his ball. He's either going to sit by the door with the ball in his mouth, looking all weird and whining until you're like, okay, I'm going to go through the ball. And you may go outside and only throw the ball 5 times, but it doesn't matter. He will constantly bother you or annoy you. As much as I love him, he will annoy you until you actually play ball. It's his relentless pursuit of the things that he wants that gets him to his goal. So we have to continually pursue the things that we want to achieve our goal. And like I said, I don't wake up every morning super motivated, but it's discipline that gets me up and gets me into the gym, or gets me up and, takes the dog on the walk. And taking the dog on the walk is kind of like, the way I ease into the morning. I mean, I don't wake up, roll out of bed, and roll into the gym and just start clean and pressing 200 pounds. I get up, I write in my journal to my wife. I journal most mornings to my wife. I just write her a quick page of thoughts and emotions, because I suck at doing it in person. So I do it via a journal. And then we play ball. Me and Havoc play ball. He gets his ball in, and then we go on a walk. So kind of, it's my morning. It's about the first hour of my morning with my coffee. And that's what we do. And then I go hit the gym. But it's the consistency every morning. Again, like, we had the extra hour of sleep this morning. I had every intention of sleeping in. I set my alarm for 6:30. I was going to get up enough time that I could take Havoc on a walk, and I can come down here and do this podcast. But consistency, right, had me wake up at the exact same time in the morning, even though I had the extra hour that I could have slept. So consistency every morning gets you there. And something that, it's not always going to be, a big gain every day, right? And if anybody follows the Tour de France, there was a team called Team Sky, and I can't remember what year it was, 2010-ish, is in the teens, somewhere around there. Team Sky, they kind of came on the idea of the plan of 1%. And their idea was if they can take everything across the gambit of everything they do, and they can make a 1% improvement in all of those things, that would make a really huge progression, right? Because they're professional athletes. So they're at the top of the game, and like, you don't make giant jumps in whatever it is they're doing, right? It's all about marginal gains. And the idea of 1% is like, if they could find a pillow that gave them 1% better sleep, then they would. And that's 1% there. If they found, that this vegetable gave them a 1% better performance over to this vegetable, they would switch to this vegetable. And they just did that across everything they did, trying to find 1% gains. And they ended up winning the Tour de France very soon after they started this whole idea of 1%. And it's the same thing for you. You don't have to make a huge life change, or you don't have to make huge gains in whatever it is you're doing, right? If you wake up today, right, and you make up, honestly, to me, just showing up is a 1% for the day. If you showed up today, you got your 1%, right? But don't look for giant gains every day. You're not going to always see it. When you first start, the gains are going to come fast. They're going to come furious, and you're going to be super excited, right? But then the longer you're in the game, they start to slow off, and it almost looks like that plateau, right? And then every once in a while you get a little bump, but it is what it is. And I had a conversation with Matt yesterday. Is like, I've been going at it hard for a while now, and I'm starting to kind of get tired. So I thought about taking like a deload week, but it's always hard for me because I'm afraid that if I'm not going to take a week off, but I'm going to, significantly reduce what I do next week. I'm always afraid I'm going to lose all that stuff I worked so hard for, even though I know I've been taught, I have the degrees. I know that that's not going to happen, but it's just in your brain that, you take a little bit of rest, you're going to lose everything you work for. You got to start all over. That's not true, right? But show up every day. And if it's 1% every day, that's great. And you just got to continue to pursue the exact things that you want, whatever it is. Whatever, if it's fitness, right? If it's your side business, if it's your side hustle, whatever it is, you got to keep pursuing it, and you're going to get there. You'll finally get to the goal, right? And then you can take that, and then you can reach an even higher level after that. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about was relentlessly pursuing those people in our circle that we know need a little bit of help. And I happened to run across, it was randomly, I don't know, I'm scrolling, your Instagram feed or your stories or reels or whatever they're called. It was this giant rock. I'm talking, it was probably a 200-ton rock. And there's this guy with, I don't know, 16-pound sledgehammer and a single big giant iron, stake or whatever. And it was in the middle of the rock. And he hits it, ding. Like, okay, this guy's not going to get this. It's like, ding. It just keeps going. It's probably 10 or 15 hits, right? And then all of a sudden he hits it one more time, and this giant rock just splits. And you're like, holy cow, right? And your original thought is, how hard did he hit that? And you're like, that dude must be super strong. But then you kind of think about it, and you kind of, circle back. It's like, that one hit wasn't what split that rock. What split that rock was all of the hits, including the ones you didn't see. That guy may have hit the rock 99 times and nothing seemed to happen. But that last hit's where that rock split. And that's what that's all, a lot what we see all the time. We, again, whether you're scrolling social media and you see the Instagram model who's super fit and doing these great workouts. Well, you didn't see the 5 years leading up to that person of dieting and working out and just getting after it, getting up early, staying up late, whatever it is. You didn't see that 5 years. You only saw the hit where the rock split. Or, you might, if you're into cars, right? You might see this person who's got this sweet old car that's all restored. The paint is just, it looks so good. What you didn't see is you didn't see that car in 500 pieces in the garage. You didn't see the guy at 3 a.m. with, his light on his phone trying to find a bolt that he dropped on the floor. You only saw the finished product. You didn't see the 99 hits. You only saw that last hit where the rock split. Right? So when we talk about people, right, that we know need a little bit of help, because, and I heard it's not surprising, but when you hear it, it kind of floors you. Every second of every day, 2 people die. Every second, 2 people die. That's just the size of our world is. And it's not, it could be by just old age. It could be by accident, but every second, 2 people die. So I know we all have a circle, and it's kind of a morbid thought, but we all have a circle, and those people in our circle could be gone in any second, right? They could be part of that statistic. They could be part of that. Those 2 people that second that were gone. So my question is, are you relentlessly pursuing those people that need help? And it could be anything. And again, this is obviously the Apocalypse Gym podcast. And I talk about fitness a lot. Maybe you see someone who needs, they just kind of sit on the couch, they don't want, their health's kind of failing. Are you relentlessly pursuing them to get them off the couch and just go on a walk? Is there somebody who is starting a side business and you need them they need a little bit of help? Are you relentlessly pursuing them and helping them start their side business or whatever it is they're doing? Is there somebody at work that's struggling with their job and there's something you could be doing to help them? Are you relentlessly pursuing them in a way that you can benefit them and make their lives better? Now, how do you do this? Well, I can tell you that 90% of the time, a very direct approach is not a great way to go. Some people are just like, if you walk up like, hey man, I see you're getting fat. You need to get off the couch and let's go walk. How do you think that's going to be perceived? Probably not very great. I know if you told me I was fat and I needed to go walk, I would probably be upset. I'd tell you to get out of my house. And I don't know how you got in here because we're not friends anymore. Although I know it's true, right? But I wouldn't be appreciative of that. So you can take, they call it the indirect approach. And you start to convince somebody, and it kind of talked about this with Jennifer last week, is like you kind of start to do things and you start to lay, plant the seeds, right? The harvest just happened. So it's kind of on your mind. Like we got to plant the seeds, right? So that the harvest later can be ready to reap. All right. So again, we're talking about the gym here. Maybe it could be a simple invite to the gym. Like, hey man, you want to go to the gym today? Oh no, bro, I'm good. I'm good today. Okay, man, no worries. Hey, I'm going to the gym. I'll see you later, right? You planted a seed, right? There's the seed. There's the first one. Maybe a couple of days later, you don't ask them to go to the gym, but you're like, oh, dude, man, the gym I went to was so sweet. Here, look at these photos, man. It's so awesome. Like here I was cleaning this, or here I was doing the ski erg or whatever, right? Show them some photos. Show them you having a great time at the gym, right? Or show some progress photos like, oh, bro, man, this is what I looked like a month ago. Look at me now, man. Like 2 of my 6-packs is showing up. I got a 2-pack. Yeah, I got a 2-pack. Yeah. Well, you got a cake? Yeah, man, bro. I got a 2-pack going. Maybe you should join me in the gym, right? Just keep planting the seed. You keep hammering away. Keep hammering away. It's one of those 99 hits. You're not there yet, right? Or you can be like, hey, bro, hey, let's go get breakfast. You want to get breakfast? All right, cool, man. Yeah, let's go. Hey, you know what? Let's hit the gym first. Let's go to the gym, work up a good appetite, and then we'll go eat breakfast afterwards. It's on me. I'll pay for it, right? Planting seeds, right? You just keep hammering away. And then eventually, right, it could take 2 times. It could take 5 times. It could take 100 times. But eventually you're going to strike that nail that one time where that rock splits. And there it is. Now your buddy's going to the gym without asking. He might be like, hey, bro, hey, man, I'll talk about going to the gym today. You want to go to the gym? But the thing is, it doesn't matter what you're doing in life. You got to support them, right? Say you had just went to the gym and you just got back. He's like, bro, I want to go to the gym. You want to go to the gym? You can't be like, sorry, bro. I just went. No big deal. You got to be like, yeah, let's go. And you know what? It might suck. It might be your second workout of the day or whatever. But if you don't support your friend when they finally make that decision, it's over. It's over that fast, right? So keep chipping away at those people that you know need a little bit of help. And again, I talked about the gym. It could be anything, right? It could be anything. Keep chipping away. And eventually that rock's going to split. And when that rock splits, make sure you're there to support them in whatever it is, right? Because they're going to be looking for it. They're going to be vulnerable, right? When they split, they've opened themselves up to you. And if you take your size 12 boot and just smash their hopes and dreams, right, that doesn't work out very well, right? So make sure you support them whenever it does happen. Okay. And that's really what I want to talk about today. I don't even know how long I went. It didn't really matter. As long as I get the word out there, it's like, just whatever your goals are, don't ever stop pursuing them. Relentlessly go after whatever it is that you want. Don't give up. You will get there. The journey might be long. The journey might be rough. The journey is probably going to be lonely. I'm not going to lie. But in the end, once you cross that goal, that's the best thing there is, right? And I can tell you from taking a lot of long journeys, the journey's where all the fun's at. Training for a lot of races, obviously you do, a 12, 16-week train up, right? And then you run the race on that very last day. You cross the finish line, you feel great, right? It's awesome. Yeah, whoa, cross the finish line. And Brian talked about it when he finished that ultra marathon. But I can tell you, the real joy is in the lead up to the actual finish. That's where the most fun's at. And that's why I've always had the most fun. All right. So while you're on the journey, just have fun. Make sure you have fun. And then if there's somebody you know that needs help, don't let them be a statistic, right? Don't let them be part of those 2 people a day or 2 people a second that die. And you did not relentlessly pursue them to help them achieve their best version of themselves, right? So stay on your journey, help someone else on their journey, and just be a better person overall. All right, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in and listening. Good news, right? I got some stickers coming, so I'll have those up eventually so you guys can buy an Apocalypse Gym sticker. I'll get that up. All those proceeds are going to go towards supporting the podcast. If you would, please check those out when they go live. If you would, again, Drink Armor. Don't forget Drink Armor here. If you can't see it on the IG feed here, Drink Armor. drinkarmor.store/Justin_Klein2. And that gets you to, our link, and then we get a little bit of profit from those every time you buy. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Please share, subscribe, like, whatever it is for the podcast. Spread the word. That helps us get seen more, not only on the platform, but to your friends and your loved ones. And it keeps us going, right? Because I'm going to relentlessly pursue you and all those listening out there. I'm not going to give up on you. And I'm going to try to be the best version of myself by helping everyone else be a better person themselves too. All right, everybody, as I close out every show, go to the gym.